we have bigger problems right now.
Yeah, that's...
Like everybody dying and then not dying.
And then it all returning to nothing. Just keeps tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. Are we ready?
Debatable?
Oh, are you ready to suffer?
I feel, let me be honest here.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna feel all of the emotions.
Oh, you are.
Including the positive ones.
Maybe.
Why wouldn't it? We're at the end. I'm like I said, I'm gonna be satisfied.
Let's go. This is called Eye of Heaven, Gateway of Earth.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, you know. Let's not worry about it. Except let's exclusively worry about it.
I'm already worried. I don't know if you realize this from I know it's been a minute since like the last time you recorded.
Yeah.
But like from what I remember, we fucked.
Oh, we so cooked.
But that's a good thing if you think about it, because a lot of times when we get to the point where when our heroes are super fucked,
yeah,
that's when the good stuff happens, and we're like, let's fucking go.
Or it gets worse.
No, you said I was gonna be satisfied by the ending.
I mean, I think everyone dying is satisfying enough.
Actually, yes, I'm not gonna lie. Actually.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna be totally honest. If everybody died, that's also like a...
You're like, damn, alright, cool.
I'm gonna say, well, no, that's not true. I'm gonna say, if we die saving the world.
What's your favorite pieces of media where everyone dies? Guys, I love this show.
What?
I love this show. I'm gonna say it at least 8 million more times. So, hey.
Oh my, are you good?
I'm always good. Never. We're recording. We're good.
We're good.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we've been...
I'm recording for like 7 minutes.
4.
Ah, okay. Well, it's less than 5, so. And welcome back to another episode of First Reaction, Fan Reaction. I am your host, Ken Cooley. With me is my co-host,
Dara Whitman.
How's it going, Dara?
All of the emotions?
Oh, so many emotions. There's so many things to talk about. Of course, we are in the final stretch of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Today, we are talking about episode 60, Eye of Heaven, Gateway of Earth, and episode 61, He Who Would Swallow God. What?
Okay, I got this first part. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So previously on Fullmetal Alchemist,
yeah,
we fucked.
Oh yeah, we are so cooked. We are done for.
By the end of discussing this episode,
yeah,
we more fucked.
Exactly. It's gonna be fun and great time all around. But before we jump into an episode synopsis of Eye of Heaven, Gateway of Earth, we're gonna quick plug the social media. Of course, we are Witty Clothes Productions. You can follow us on a variety of social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of those. We are Witty Clothes on there. If you're listening or watching on YouTube, hi, give us a like, comment, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. If you leave us a comment, we will read it on the show. We also have a Patreon where you can give us money, which is very cool. We'll talk a little bit more about that later.
I'm justice and I'm making it worse.
Are you okay?
Now I'm better.
Anyway, let's talk about I Have a Gateway of Earth. How are you feeling about this episode, Dara?
Well, I thought that last episode was rock bottom.
Oh, we have yet to hit rock bottom, guys. We are on a one-way trip down, though, because as we recall last time, we have been gathering the human sacrifices.
And as you know, when he gets to rock bottom, you meet those fishes where they talk about going...
Yeah. I don't understand your accent. Roy Mustang is now blind. So
he's not doing much fighting in this, but also like we need to establish that like within the last few hours, he almost lost his best friend.
Yeah.
Lady Love.
Yeah.
Couple that makes Kaylin feral.
So feral.
And then got her back.
Yeah.
And then had to unconsensually open up the portal.
Non-consensually perform
see the truth. Trauma. That's a lot of trauma. And then he became blind.
Then he lost his eyesight.
Yeah.
So that's actually not where we start this episode. We have like a brief scene beforehand. So we're going to go kind of on the upper layer of Central. Of course, a lot of the big stuff is happening below, down in kind of Father's lair. But of course, above ground, there is still a conflict going on.
The Denny?
Maybe.
Is it Denny?
Yeah.
Oh, Denny.
Denny.
It's all right. Go on and let him through.
Aw.
I know for a fact that we can trust him.
Aw. It's my buddy.
Bang!
No. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Denny. Also, when's Scar gonna die?
Oh, great question. So, Central ends up sending in somebody that we know,
We do.
who I think was supposed to be off today. I don't think he's supposed to be working.
That's the worst you could call in on your day off.
So they call in Denny Brosh. We know Denny. He's just a sweet guy. And he is sent in to negotiate. But it turns out, they have their guns drawn, but as soon as they see who it is, Maria Ross, who famously used to be his partner, was like, it's all good, send him in. And we finally get a reunion between Denny and Maria.
Oh,
it's very sweet.
It's a sweet moment. I hope the episode stays that way.
He just immediately bursts into tears, and that's kind of where we end that scene. He's like, ah! It's really cute. And I'm really glad that finally Denny knows that Maria is alive, because he was kind of...
Well, didn't he know that before?
What?
He knew that before.
No, Denny did not know.
No, but then when she was on the radio and he heard her voice.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, you heard that. Literally, it was a bit where he was like, ah.
Oh, yeah. But
I remember
why don't I remember the show? Oh, my God.
I remember the little things. You remember the important things.
That's good. Together, we might be able to do a review of the show. So we're going to go back, of course, to the underground in Father's Lair. I can make it a song. Oh, I forgot about this guy.
Did you?
Yeah, exactly.
Forgot about the weird
And listen here.
shape.
We aren't just gonna sit back and let you sacrifice us.
Yeah.
Words will do nothing.
Oh.
Maybe Roy will.
Let's get out of here. Can you stand? No, none of you will be leaving.
Roy just went through a lot.
He went through so much. In the span of 2 hours.
My stomach.
And not even just going blind. Ew.
My man had 3 different arcs in the course of 120 minutes. So we have the human sacrifices here, but they're not going down without a fight. They're not going to be like, we're not going to go through with your plan. That's stupid and dumb, and we don't like it. And, of course, there's kind of a back and forth there. Of course, Father is like, I can make you do whatever I want, actually. So, joke's on you, and we'll see kind of how that ends up going.
Again, he doesn't think highly of humans, which really isn't a good thing.
Mm-hmm. And then we're kind of jumping around to the other teams. Ew.
This father guy that we're after, is he beneath those things? Mustang's still alive. Right about now, the good colonel is with our father.
Cut his eye out. Can they do that?
Sure.
Okay, we should do that.
We should do that. And then we see kind of above the layer, that's where we see Darius, Jerso, Zappano, and Hawkeye, where there is a weird layer in between them and the layer below. It's this weird, black bubbly substance. It's freakish. And they're
It is kind of like the goop thing from the first Harry Potter movie.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. But it's, so that's kind of what's separating them. So there's no way for them to interfere with whatever Father is up to. So it's going to be a while before they're able to kind of reconnect.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that you're immortal.
What?
Yeah, no shit.
So you're not denying it?
No.
That's all I need. I'll handle this one, Alphonse.
Man,
what are you going to do?
Honey.
It's fine. He can't control my alchemistry.
That's true.
For our alchemy. You shouldn't fight him on your own. We can
She does. I think she does have a bit of an upper hand.
be all right. Just keep the smaller homunculus out of my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them kids. Back under there, of course, May is like, oh my god, you! I want to talk to you. Envy told me about you. I think you are immortal, right? And meanwhile, Father he's not in his regular, papa-looking form. He is now, a weird kind of truthy, kind of, this bulbous kind of black body with a bunch of eyes on
And
it.
a dad bod.
Yeah, he's literally a dad bod because inside of him is Papa. So yes, peak dad bod.
But May's going up to him saying, I could take you. And we're kind of like, honey.
Girl, she got confidence. She is very confident that she can take on this centuries-old homunculus who is in the process of trying to
God, I
become
sure
God.
hope her, character title screen isn't silent or anything.
Anyway, so,
She makes it sound like he's the easy one to fight.
don't mess with him.
Hey, remember? I remember.
How are they able to force the colonel through his gateway? Must carry some kind of risk for them.
Most likely.
Like being weak.
Yeah.
We might have a shot.
Kill the child!
Kill the child.
Kill the child.
Ed's kind of realizing, he's like, wait, if they can just force you to do human transmutation without you having to consent to it, why didn't they just do that for as many people as they wanted? And we realize it's because it comes at great personal cost to the homunculi. Because we look over at Pride, and he's looking a little worse for wear. He's kind of starting to kind of chip away a little bit, which is not good for him. Great for us.
Yeah.
Not good for him.
So always ask for consent.
We shouldn't have to say this. But here's a witty closed PSA.
Always ask for consent before you force somebody to open up the portal to the truth.
Always ask for consent when performing human transmutation.
And actually everything else if you think about it.
Well, with anything, that's a really good blanket statement. Just to ask for consent, please. So we're starting to kind of put together that like, because obviously it is a great cost to open the portal. And because, obviously you're paying the toll with parts of your body, but there's also other things that you need to put in there to be able to access that. So the homunculi definitely are taking a loss if they're the ones trying to be involved in the opening of the gate, which it will work to our advantage at some point, hopefully. And then meanwhile, May is just like, I'm going to fight.
And we're like, I was like, maybe this could be good because Father doesn't know much about alchemy.
It's true.
So I was like, maybe?
Yeah, Hohenheim is the one who went to Zhang and, one, taught them, and then, two, I think became more about an alchemy person. Father's just been kind of a mistress this entire time. So it could work in his advantage. But he's also extremely powerful because he is a whole ass philosopher's stone and just has amassed many souls and lives over the years to quantify his power, which is not good. I play. Nice. Oh.
Which stone? I think he's got a couple.
He has all of them. She's got spunk. She's got moxie. Good to you.
Can we get Hohenheim out of there?
I guess you could say I finally arrived.
Great. Gonna fight now?
It's like, all right, I did my spiel. Let's go. Of course, as we recall, Wrath is not doing so hot because he's been blown up a couple times, shot, stabbed,
got that
all
dumb
that good
human
stuff.
body.
He does have a dumb little human body, so he is not quite working 100%.
And he keeps talking, and
He just keeps talking. He keeps talking.
I think he kept going off on stuff about like philosophy or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't care. It's
interesting. Okay, I would put this out there. I think I don't think I appreciated King Bradley like during my first watch through this series. I think now I appreciate his character a lot more. He's actually a very fascinating character because I think at the start you kind of expect he comes off as just kind of like, guy in charge, bumbling leader, but that you do expect him, I think, to be a bad person because he is the Führer.
Yeah. That
should not leave anything to the imagination. We know he's going to be a bad guy, so I think it's really easy to assume that he's just going to be a blanket, just kind of like bad dude. But the more we learn about him, I think he becomes a more fascinating character in the way that he acts and the way that he just like talks. Especially because like his sin being wrath, I think is really interesting because we expect wrath to be like just a lot of blind rage, and he seems to definitely more philosophize about a bunch of stuff. So I actually do think what he's saying is he is annoying because like, bro, just die already. But he is saying a lot of different things, and I think there's a really fascinating dichotomy between Bradley and Scar. Of course, it's already been brought up. There's a parallel because they're both kind of nameless figures, really. Because, Bradley was a kid who we don't know how he was obtained, but he was either, sold, stolen, acquired, and then just raised to be this very specific person. He was given a name, but more of a title than an actual like identity. And then Scar kind of shed his own his own identity when he took up the mantle of revenge for the sake of his people. So
Yeah.
it's interesting.
I guess I think about this more where, like, I did like Wrath, like, as, like, a villain, like, when we didn't know much about him in the beginning. Like, he was very, like, it was, like, interesting. I wanted to know more about him, but, like, even though, like, I knew he was a villain, I'm like, he's definitely a villain.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, like, there's, like, but, like, the way, like, he held himself was very interesting. I just think, as the time has gone on, he's gone, like, lower on the list of, like, tiers for villains. Not because he's bad, but because I think the other ones are a lot better, or more interesting.
Absolutely.
And a lot better.
Yeah.
I think it's also a thing, I don't like it when people are talking during a fight, like,
you
or
just
like
wanna
one
watch the fight.
kind of like when one. I mean, like, sometimes, like, I don't mind, like, a fight with, like, a quip or two. That's fun. That can be fun. But I kind of just like it's just like you're going off and off and off and off.
Yeah.
About, like, your thing, just like say like, because I think it's a thing of also just like say, like, you trying to be like, I'm the superior one to you.
Yeah.
Which is, like, I don't like.
Dara, wait till I tell you about this thing called anime. They love to talk during a fight during anime. It's an entire thing. It's a whole thing.
Maybe it's not like I don't mind it. Maybe it's just because, like, he came up as superior, and at that point, like, I think I'm just sick of people coming off superior.
No, it's fair. I mean, there's a lot going on, so, like, it does feel like yapping at this point. I will tell you.
Yeah, I think it's like that, and also, like, at this point, I'm kind of like, there's other stuff I care about more.
Yeah. So there's fighting between the two. Obviously, like, this is a fight scene.
Also, I feel like kiss. Oh.
Huh.
Also, like, I feel like this fight is on. Well, I guess he does have, like, some alchemy, so, like, I guess it's not unfair.
Yeah. Damaged Homunculus versus Destructive Man.
I was thinking he had swords. Which is
He
good
do
for
have swords.
stabbing.
Two swords.
That's good for stabbing.
Well, Wrath, how come your father lets you have two swords?
Oh,
that's
a lot. That's unhealthy.
That was like a liter of blood.
Hey, look! Ow.
Obviously, this fight's going back and forth. Like, King Bradley's not one to be trifled with. Neither is Scar. So they're trading blows back and forth until we get to a very interesting moment where it looks like Wrath has the upper hand, and all of a sudden, speaking of hands, Scar pulls out something very interesting. Of course, we know that Scar's right arm has the right arm of destruction, so he has the tattoos that's able to use, like, alchemy, alchemy blend to destroy things. But all of a sudden, Scar makes something from his left hand, which he has not been able to do before. So interesting. So what has happened is, since
he got another arm,
just dug up the grave and just like, yoink, I'll take this. No, I think this is just a tattoo. I don't think he did not put the arm on.
Yeah, because you remember the arm originally with tattoos was his brother's arm that his brother gave him.
Yes.
And then he just tattooed it on his actual arm. Yeah,
so he, using his brother's research, he completed, of course, we saw that, his brother had tattooed himself before death to, like, this is, part of the product of his research, the whole entire alchemical process of, deconstruction and reconstruction. And this is also plays in line with the alchemy notion of the dragon's pulse. So there's a lot. So anyway, now Scar has kind of taken a step to more immerse himself in his brother's research by kind of completing.
Also kind of fully embracing an alchemy now, because he's not just, like, missing a step.
Yeah, it's interesting. He kind of talks about this more later as far as, like, his relationship to that. But right now, for the purpose of this fight, it's less of him. He's embracing alchemy in a way, but also it's more of, like, bracing what his brother put so much time and energy into. Punk ass kid.
Okay, bye. Love you. Oh no.
Chame. Oh, that's terrible. You can just make a gun like that.
I don't like where that is.
This is so silly. Aw.
And then he died?
Color for once. This is almost like it's not the conclusion of, but it is a really interesting, I'm not sure if it's a parallel or a conclusion, of, like, the fact that Ed is short.
Yeah.
But he is finally fighting someone who is shorter than him. And so it's like a battle between two people who are used to using their short stature to, like, get the upper hand. And it's, like, a really interesting I don't know. It's like it feels so minor in the grand scheme of things, but it like just feels like this really nice full circle moment of Ed finally being the larger person in a fight, and then also understanding how Pride is fighting because he knows how to leverage like small stature.
Well, that's
to
what
win.
Pride said about like you're fighting like you're like you don't know how to fight a little little guy.
Yeah,
and then it's kind of like no, but I do because I was like that little guy, but like he's not that little guy anymore.
no, he's grown.
Isn't he tall? Is he taller than Winry or as tall as Winry?
Now he's taller than Winry. He was shorter than her.
No.
Now I think we're about the same height. I think I
had a discussion with my cousin about like the memories of like I remember when I was taller than you, and then you had to grow.
Oh, sad.
Probably had that with your brother, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
When you could punch him.
He just went.
You could punch him because you were taller and you were superior.
Yes.
And
then, I'm still superior. I'm just not taller than him anymore.
Yeah, but like I haven't seen your brother in a while, but like you're not taller, but like a lot. No offense.
Yeah, my brother is.
Does he have like a foot on you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he's 6'2".
Okay. Maybe he's a foot. I think no. He has like a foot on me.
Yeah, he has like a foot on you. Good times. Good times. Anyway, let's see. There's fighting. Izumi is fighting too. Izumi's a good fighter, so I feel
Izumi's fighting, but she's also taking care of Mustang.
Oh yeah, Izumi's just being like, all right, don't wander off, dear. Keep on. Come on.
She's being like the mother also.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's being the mother. She's like to me taking care of the person who's traumatized, but then also punching people.
Yeah, Izumi's such a beautifully well-rounded character. Oh, I love Izumi.
I hope nothing bad happens.
Yet,
Hands-free alchemy doesn't make for a fair fight. It appears the time is upon us.
well, that's not good.
For what? What are we doing?
You know,
I still don't know like what we're doing exactly. I think
we're gonna find out.
I assume it's power. I assume we're getting power.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is more rock bottom.
Almost there.
Done with indulging your frivolity. It's time to put you to
Hey,
work.
Papa?
Sacrifices.
Can you like unionize,
Unionize the souls.
please? Thank you.
How much power could one gain if they opened that system's gateway? Have you ever considered that? Think about it.
Oh, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that.
And now that I have you gathered, I shall use you as sacrifices to open the planet's gateway.
We also get a brief moment of we see the totality starts to set in for the solar eclipse, and we see some of the central command folks tied up, and they're like, oh shit, we have to get in the center of the circle now or it's all over.
Question.
Yeah.
Because we were thinking as a joke, like, no, but like either way you're gonna die because of like what
Yeah.
happened in Xerxes, but like technically,
Mm-hmm.
like, no? Theoretically.
Because of what happened in Xerxes, I think it's more of... With Xerxes, it was more like they were... The homunculus told the people, this is the center of the circle, so you're good, but lied about where that was.
Right.
So, in theory, like, if you are in the center of the circle, you
like,
are good.
So, like, but at the end, they were actually in the center.
At the end, the Hohenheim was in the center. Then no, he was the only person in the actual
No,
center.
this one.
In this one, they were the people that we see. Spoiler: the people that we see in the center were in the center.
Okay.
And so that's why they made it.
Anyway, let's get to the build up and then we'll get to the blah.
Sure. And it's just a lot of fighting. It's a lot of fighting. Green shows up.
Yay! So they need people to see the truth because they're stronger. This feels unsafe.
Oh!
Yay!
Prodigal son returns, bitch.
This world will finally belong to me!
All right, well, that's a little misguided, but we'll take it right now.
You know, Ling's not laying in there. That's fine. And Ling has grown.
Sure. Still greedy as hell, though.
No, Ling has grown.
Yes.
I was expecting you to make an appearance.
Oh.
I know you too well, my son.
Ruh-roh.
Have you forgotten that you were born from my extracted avarice?
Gross. And then he died? So it's just Greed, not Ling. Cause
It's Greed Ling.
But Ling, I didn't hear Ling's voice. That's why I wasn't sure.
Ling's voice shows up for like 1 second.
Okay.
Like he has like one line. I think it's when someone gets like injured or something, and you're just like what? And so he has like one line. I forget where exactly that is. But so yeah, Greed just shows up to be like, haha, fuck you, Dad, and goes from.
He understands that his family is toxic.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like mainly this episode is like a lot of fighting and then the big thing.
Yeah, a lot. Well, it's a lot of fighting and a lot of like yapping.
A lot of fighting.
I do like the dialogue here. I don't want to discount that. I do like the dialogue, but it's like they're like yapping
again because they think they're superior.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the thing? If you just talk a lot and like babble on like stuff that sounds smart, then you think you're superior.
You dog! You caught me monologuing. Kind of.
Is that politics?
Yeah.
They do think that they're better than us.
Joke's
on you. We pay your bills.
Isn't that literally what the filibuster is? Just yapping until you get your way.
But don't we like Cory Booker?
Yeah, I'm not saying that against him. I'm saying that more of the concept of it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, don't talk and stand for 25 hours. That sounds unhealthy.
Oh, that sounds terrible. I couldn't do it. I could do it. More power to those guys, I guess. Anyway, so finally Father gets the upper hand in this fight, and he is able to kind of like use his freakish like amorphous blobby powers to like grab everybody. And he is able to grab all of the human sacrifices because it is sacrifice time, and it's time to party.
Well, that's fucking convenient. We're gonna need
Oh, don't like that.
I don't like
Don't
that.
like that.
I don't like any of this.
Nope. Yikes.
And then they die? Keep going.
All right. So
so many questions.
because now that the eclipse is in totality, it is time to get things started. So we're going to grab our sacrifices, put them in the places that we need to in the transmutation circle.
Yes.
And just start things up. And while that's starting up, the really freakish thing happens. Like the eye like starts opening up like on the bodies, like on their stomachs.
Yeah.
Terrible. And we're going to it's going to grow across the entire country, and it is time. Lights are going off. Things are happening. Things are scary. We're seeing shapes. We're seeing the nationwide transmutation circle finally take effect.
So is it fuck? I know it makes sense, but I'm still very confused.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's like that thing of like I saw it, and then it was like that thing of like if it's explained again, then I'm gonna be like, okay, now I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like something with the planet.
Yeah. Oh, he starts talking about power, and then how he's utilizing the power of the planet to enact his plan. Basically, he refers to the planet as a living being, from which he is able to kind of almost utilize the power of a living being. And I guess similar to the way that you use the power of a human soul to make a philosopher's stone, like leveraging the power of the planet itself to then enact this plan. So we have the nationwide transmutation circle, and that starts glowing. That starts going woo, 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 woo.
Send your energy for me.
I love it if the truth comes out and is like, fuck you guys.
Send energy.
Bonk.
Indescribable. I can barely contain it.
Bye.
Now that I've obtained enough power, I will open
But this is like everything, right? Not just the mistress.
I mean, central out to Amestris, as tunnels.
I was saying like Winry's also fucked.
Yeah. A giant gate appears above the country.
Yes.
Okay, so the gate, gates, doors. Imagine that, but like 8 million times the size of a normal door.
Right.
Hovering above a country.
And the way the gate was open was because we did the transmutation circle.
Yes. Yeah. And so
isn't it a transmutation pentagon? If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it completes the circle at the end. Well, no, it's like, it's an outer circle and then the Pentagon inside of it.
Also, everybody we love dies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like everybody we love
Well, they don't...
fucking dies.
Well, technically...
Everyone that we know that's not in the center of this circle has their souls ripped out of them.
I'll ask Scooby-Doo.
I'll ask Scooby-Doo. It's literally a scene from Scooby-Doo. Like, the souls
the movie, not the show.
We see, like, the whoa, like, all the souls are slurped up from them and then put in this big old, like, primordial kind of,
and they're not replaced with monsters trying to be cool.
Correct. Yeah, no,
and act like white people.
Coolsville sucks. But
no, that's Scooby-Doo too.
That's Scooby-Doo too, I know. No, so yeah, basically how this is going. And as I'm trying to remember, because this is all starting to blur together to me, and I'm sorry. But like as Father is kind of enacting this plan, and he's starting to talk, and he's kind of going from like regular Father form to getting progressively more excited about enacting this plan. You actually can like hear it in the voice. I'm not sure if you caught this. He starts becoming less of like the refined, like apathetic kind of father that we know that looks like an old Hohenheim.
It's more kind of like a child who's like excited for something.
His voice starts reverting to like the voice from like the homunculus in the flask, like the
in a way. It was
like,
a little deeper,
like,
but like
it's a little deeper, but it's still like aha kind of thing. And so we kind of start to see it like this image that he has constructed over himself over the few centuries, like really start to fade away in favor of like what at the end of the day he is the dwarf in the flask, and everything that he has put over himself has just been like a skin suit. But as you know, he gets closer to his plan, we see that kind of excitement and that thirst for power and that like hunger for godhood really brings out just like at the end of the day he's just the little guy in the flask.
So what do we use the planet for in this? Just for the circle, like
a source of energy. Almost.
Okay, that makes sense. So then and he was like putting these spots down for about 400 years.
Yeah,
since Xerxes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, and which includes one just getting central control of the country of Amestris, expanding the country and using
through nice ways.
Yeah, using the loss of life and the bloodshed from those skirmishes to create philosopher's stones and to one, make philosopher's stones, two, carve a crest of blood, which is a crucial part for that item of the circle, and then three, expand it out so we have that shape that we need of the country. So we have one, the territory we need, and also the shape, and then we used underneath that shape, Sloth was building the tunnel to actually make the circle proper.
Right, okay. So then what's the reason for all the philosopher's stones? Because like I originally didn't seem like that was just like a mean, not like a means to an end, but like maybe it was, is that, no, I'm thinking like, because there's still like a thing of just like we need to like sacrifice these people, so like let's do that, but then you get a philosopher's stone in the end, so like, oh, that's nice, like a nice little like a nice little surprise,
like bonus,
like a bonus. But like it didn't seem like they had a purpose, but now it feels like they do have like there's a purpose for it.
Yeah, it's so a philosopher's stone can be used for a few different things. One, it's just a source of great energy that you can use to do a myriad of things. So it makes a tool that makes everything easy, in the way that we saw in the fight between Al and Kimberly, how as soon as Al got a philosopher's stone, he was able to step up that fight. And so having that one makes things way easier. And you can use that one if you need somebody to open a gate. That's like easy toll right there.
Yeah,
that's an easy thing to pay. And also it creates the homunculi themselves, because the homunculi are made out of philosopher's stones, and they are basically the children of Father. One exist as a way to Father to further kind of dehumanize himself by removing the most human parts of him, which are the deadly sins, to put in something, and then those carry out his bidding.
Yeah.
Like, for example, continuing to create the circle, and then as Sloth does, or kickstarting the moments that create the crest of blood. For example, Envy shooting the child to start the Ishvalan conflict.
Yes.
So, does that answer that question?
So Ishval is a crest of blood?
Yeah.
Okay. How many do we need?
Many. I think if we looked at the circle, we could see
some right. The word.
Remember, because
yes, I remember.
Because that's what Hughes figured out.
Yes, that's what he's figured out. And then he died.
He remembered all the conflicts, circled them, and they made the shape of the nationwide transmutation circle.
I do feel, and it does feel like a thing of just like why Father did this was just like he wanted more power. He wanted to be God.
Yes. Yeah. It's because basically, yeah, Father starts off as like this little guy in a flask who has like some kind of tie or knowledge to the other side, but wants to be greater than himself, be greater than just a little guy contained to a flask, and then gain that knowledge and power to basically become gods. He just wants to be God. Which is interesting, because what does God mean in this context? We could get into a whole philosophical discussion there. I'm not sure if we want to go there, but what does it mean to become God?
To become a god?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the concept is that, like, you can, like, again, play The Sims.
Omnipotence.
Yeah.
So all powerful, all knowing, and I think this is also brought up in the next episode. But God is synonymous to perfect being. Mm-hmm. So it's like the idea of not just being a ruler of something, but also being just the most perfect thing that you could ever be. So it is like just the final stage of evolution.
I can force this Sim to go over to this Sim's house who is married and make them woohoo.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
I always loved it that it's called woohoo.
Try for baby.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
And then just mess up a marriage.
But yeah, I think it's less of because I think how Father regards humans is interesting, and I feel like we already talked about that, and I mean, it's a whole other thing to get to. But I think it's less of like to control humans and to control life, and more of to become omnipresent, omnipowerful, omnipotent, and to become perfect, and basically to reach the most highly evolved thing that you can possibly be.
Yeah.
Reach that end stage of evolution.
Right. But again, I think the thing is just like, especially like with this like superiority, that like you think that because you're superior,
yeah, that
the weaker minds are not going to be able to stop you.
Yes.
The weaker minds.
Yeah.
But
exactly. And so
everybody's dead.
So yeah, everyone gets schlorfed up, and everyone's souls get put into some kind of giant philosopher's stone, probably, which is bad. I don't think I have to tell you that. Everyone that we know, almost everyone that we know, is dead.
Who don't we know?
Not quite dead.
Well,
we kind of see next episode, but like spoiler, they're
essentially dead. Like
the human sacrifices
are good.
Are somehow the ones that aren't actually sacrificed,
which is funny because I'm like, okay, so
yes,
that's the weird thing. Okay, so like we were saying that they were going to be sacrificed, but then I think you did actually need them. I'm assuming because if you saw the truth, you can do the stomach thingy.
Yes, because they have immediate access to the truth. They know how to get there. They've seen it, so I think that's what it is. It's that tie directly to that.
Yeah, but then they don't die. Like everybody, like as we know in the next episode, it's everybody else, which is interesting.
Yeah,
because then it's like.
It's like we think of sacrifice, and typically a very traditional definition of sacrifice is to lose life to obtain something. And in this case, it is the inverse, where it is every lot is lost to obtain this. It's like, it's a very weird.
But at this point, if we
inversion.
think about it, like, yes, like they didn't die and everybody else did, but also.
Yeah.
They didn't die and everybody else they love died.
But it's so interesting also because they're sacrifices, but it's not the act of becoming a human sacrifice is not to lose, but you had to have lost to get there.
And then if they didn't, like, whatever happens, and obviously we know what happens in the next episode, like if that wasn't the case, like literally everybody they love died, except I guess for Hohenheim because like his kids were there and his wife's already dead.
Yeah, he's already been through
and everybody loved it, and Xerxes is dead.
Yeah.
What about Tony?
Tony. Not Tony. Oh, but yeah, so yeah, anything what happened at Xerxes is happening here, just a lot bigger now.
So Xerxes, was that kind of like a let me gain some power, or like aka like a test run to see if you could actually
like a test run,
like see if it was possible, and then it was possible, now I gotta go bigger.
Kind of, yeah, really what that was.
And then creating the homunculus was kind of like to help with stuff. Exactly.
It is, making children is very. Oh, it's so interesting because the idea that Father made children is interesting because in the flashback episode, when we see Hohenheim and Xerxes meeting the homunculus for the first time, they do have a conversation where Hohenheim is like, oh, I would like to settle down and have children. And the homunculus is like, what? That's stupid and dumb. And then the homunculus becomes father, which ends up then like doing that and like kind of almost revealing this internal bias of I think being inherently jealous of Hohenheim, and or like wanting something of him, and then also fundamentally not understanding humans because he just creates children to
Do
serve
your
as his
bidding.
peons. Yeah, yes.
It's like you are like a part of like you're a part of me, and therefore like I don't know what I was gonna say, like, but like you should like I created you, and therefore like you need to do my bidding. Versus like Hohenheim, where like what actual children are for is like I did create you. You are a part of me, and like I love you, and I'm going to like raise you to be the human you can be.
Yeah, if Hohenheim didn't suck as a father,
He was doing important.
Yeah, well, we'll touch on that next episode.
But I think we're at the end of this episode where
so it's the end of this episode, and of course, again, the giant gate appears over Amestris, opens up, and we kind of see like what looks like to be the homunculus father kind of appearing and ready to, obtain godhood. So I think, because we talked about like why the eclipse is important here, and I think this is also explained in this episode, but I think we just talked about it here. To become God is to like this idea of like the sun and the moon becoming one, and basically what the homunculus does is reach up in like this large form from the gate to like connect with the sun and the moon that are now currently in this eclipse state one. And so by getting that is I think symbolic of the power that it's grabbing to make itself a complete being. I think I am trying to explain that the best that I can, if that makes sense.
Okay. Like I can take them down, and now I'm God.
And that's an extension of if we remember when we were in Gluttony's stomach, and Ed was explaining the circle that remember when they put those pieces of the gate from Xerxes together, and then Ed was kind of interpreting this symbol. It's like, oh, I will strike God down. I will basically bringing the sun to earth to become God. And this is really what the homunculus is doing, really. So that's like taking that, becoming and bringing that to earth, conquering, but also becoming perfect being. So, goddamn.
I feel like you don't see that much in TV shows nowadays. Where it's like, I just want to be God.
Yeah. Well, I think because I think it's so basic that it can almost seem trite. But if you do it the right way, like I think this does it in such a way that it's like, damn, yeah. Because we talked about
he did do a lot of work to become God.
You know what? He put in the effort.
He did.
We have to appreciate it. I mean, besides all the genocides, that was bad. Actually, let's not. So, but yeah, we've had this whole discussion before about like what is it that Father wants. We spent so much of the show like slowly getting small pieces at a time to figure out what does the main guy want. We're just like, just to be powerful. But yeah, I think, but the more that we take to understand like the process, how we got here, and kind of the backgrounds of everything that led us to this point, it's like, oh, to become like the highest possible being.
Well, and that's kind of seems like when he was like the little flash thing, that like he said like he could be part of like that world and then the world that he was currently in. So kind of maybe it was like a thing of like, maybe he was like bullied in the other world before that, and then he got like slurped into our world, and then he's like, I can use this to become powerful.
Yeah. Very possible.
Like I don't mind that. I just want to
villain origin story. He was. They didn't let him sit at the lunch table on the other side.
Aww.
And now I become God.
Like I don't mind like that. I just want power. Like Like especially like if the show's like interesting enough, and like the villains are interesting like enough. Like because also like I want to be God, but also you have to go down some dark paths to get there.
Well, also I think there's some themes in this show about the downsides and the pitfalls in a constant pursuit for knowledge and power.
Right.
And so I think that plays really nicely into that, because alchemy is one thing that makes for cool fight scenes, but also alchemy in this show at its heart is like a scientific study. And so often the characters are led astray by it or punished by it by trying to get too close to the sun. In this case, literally the sun. But also in that pursuit of knowledge, finding out too much ends up backfiring. So I think it's about what is the cost of a constant desire for knowledge without limitation.
Icarus's dagger is really good at made wings that wouldn't have like melted.
And then the whole thing would have been solved.
What did he make them out of?
Wax?
Yeah, why did you make it out of wax? That's so dumb.
Well, yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's stupid.
That is literally like that dumb, like that mythology videos that I had to watch when I was in 6th grade when we learned about Greek mythology that I was like telling you about, where it's like it was like an old man and a puppet, and a dog puppet.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Why?
Why did they make it?
Yeah,
For kids.
You know, the children.
There was like another one about Troy, but it was all children.
There's a lot of death at Troy. Did they kill the kids?
No.
Okay, good.
But it did have what's her name? Xenon.
Oh, yeah. Oh shit, what is her name?
Kristen Storm, I think, or it's I know it's like Kristen or Krista or Kirsten or something.
Xenon or Xena?
No, Xenon.
Xenon. Kirsten Storm. Yeah. Okay.
She's still good.
Is she?
She's been on General Hospital for like God knows how, for at least like 20 years.
Good for her. You can tell I don't pay attention to things.
I don't pay attention to soap operas. My mom is just a big General Hospital fan, and I've like seen her a couple times.
Nice.
Any
other thoughts on this episode, Darren?
So we're at rock bottom.
We are at the rock bottom. The villain is getting its way right now.
I guess I wasn't expecting it is interesting, especially when we talk about the next episode about how this like worked out. Yeah. In a way, because like I was expecting like either like that we were gonna stop it before this happened. Yeah. But then like womp womp. And then I'm like, are we gonna like? Because I'm like, okay, like this can't happen with like the world ending and everybody dying. Because like I feel like the show wouldn't be like a lot of like I know this with people like we are like. We want a happy ending because life is terrible. Correct. So I kind of have I'm feeling like this show would not be as like beloved as it would have been if this is how it ended.
Right. That's a fair assumption. Yeah, but I'm really excited to talk about the next episode. Before we do that, would you like some trivia?
Yeah, we only been talking for like 48 minutes.
Goddamn. Okay. This episode is adapted from content in chapters 98, chapter 103, and chapter 104 of the manga. Oh. The transportation array that appears in the background of this episode's title card is the reverse nationwide transportation circle. The Funimation dub changed the gate about 15 episodes into the series to the portal, leaving it for the majority of the series, but suddenly in this episode, it's changed back to gateway. I mean... Don't worry about it. I'm not. In the manga, the scene of Denny's tearful reunion with Maria took place earlier in the story, actually, right after when Fu had joined Greed to fight against Wrath. I guess this placement makes sense. I think it's just... probably for... It's a bit random, but, like, I'm not, like, upset. Yeah, but, like, momentum-wise, there wasn't really a good place to insert that, but you had to put it there at some point, so I'm okay with that. Also, there was no opening this episode. The theme song, right?
No, it wasn't. Next episode.
Next episode. Never mind. Spoilers. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 61, He Who Would Swallow God. Stay tuned. That's the episode.
So like half of my chart was right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh wait, don't we still have 4 more episodes? Or 3? How many?
Don't worry about it.
And then he died?
Yeah.
He did say sorry.
My bad. Aw. I want to see another Soul Eclipse.
When's the next one coming?
Good question.
We still have 4 more episodes left.
We do. Just 4 episodes of absolute silence. Horrifying.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to cut this for spoilers.
Because The Good Place has been out for how many years?
5? The finale ended like 5 years ago.
I think like once you hit the 5-year mark of a finale, you can spoil it.
Yeah. Which is why I can say the ending to this.
Yeah, luckily for me, for anime, I don't know enough about like certain stuff that I'm like, oh, this was spoiled.
Yeah, if you didn't know the Chimera thing, then we're good.
Yeah.